Jackie was very creative, delightful little girl. She was smart, loved to have fun. She and Mitchell were very close growing up.
She was my older sister, and she meant the world to me. That sibling dynamic, which you take so much for granted, once it's gone, it leaves such an emptiness.
She and I spent a lot of time together.
Once Jayden came along, her son, everything that she wanted to do, everything she wanted to become revolved around her son.
He adored her. He is so much like Jackie. He looks like Jackie. It's wonderful, but it's also heartbreaking. She decided to go back to school. She graduated as an administrative veterinarian assistant, and we were all so proud of her. 6 months later, she was dead.
Well, that night, it was a bunch of friends having a good time. You know, they were just in somebody's backyard enjoying a few drinks. They were, you know, into the pot and stuff. Nobody saw the night getting crazy like it did. So they hopped in the car, and they were going to get more liquor. The driver was drinking, the driver was smoking pot, and he made the decision to get in that car and drive them. There was driver of the car, the passenger, his girlfriend, and in the back seat, my sister Jackie and her friend Kevin.
And the driver was driving way too fast. I discovered myself that Jackie had made a call to 911, and in the first one, Jackie said, "You're going 170, and it was cut off. And 911 called her back a minute later. And when they called back, Jackie said, "Slow down." And then it went dead. Jackie was scared.
The car just wound up veering off the road just slightly, and then it lost traction on one side, and then it wound up spinning around, and the back end hit the culvert full force.
Jackie's head went out the window, and her neck broke.
Kevin was ejected from the car. He didn't have a seatbelt on. He didn't die immediately. He later succumbed to his injuries. The two in the front survived, although the girl in the passenger seat was the girlfriend of the driver. She was pregnant. She lost her baby.
And the driver was not injured. I remember when the RCMP came to my door at 7 o'clock on that Sunday morning. And they said that there was an accident and that Jackie had been in the car and she's dead. And when I saw her in the morgue, her eyes were open, and I could tell by the look on her face that she was scared. All I said was, "Oh, Jackie." I touched her cheek and I touched her hair and I just looked at her.
The memory of having my father tell me that his daughter is gone. I'll never forget it. Seeing my mother and father holding each other, crying in each other's arms, trying to grapple with what happened and trying to squeeze the pain out of each other. To see those characters in your life that have been your strength and your rocks all through your life, to see them just brought down to their knees, that's
So many things were just cut. I can remember after sitting in my living room thinking, why am I here? Jackie isn't here. Like, why am I still here?
Poor Mom, it affects her every day. She's worried. She's worried about her grandson that Jackie had to leave behind. She's worried about her kids. And one of the most heartbreaking things is I don't see that ending. You'll come to terms with the fact that it happened, but the pain and the suffering, that never goes away.